in Java, casting is the process of converting variable from one type to another. So either it can be primitive or object as well. So Java supports two main types of casting, that is primitive type casting and reference type casting, which is also called object casting. So again, within primitive type casting, we have two types, that is widening and narrowing. Widening in the sense like converting smaller data type to larger data type, and narrowing is converting larger data type to smaller data types. So widening is automatic, so Java will take care of conversion, but in case of narrowing, we need to do it manually. So example, like let's say if you want to convert into double or float, that is widening one, implicit casting. And if you want to convert the larger data types, that is double to int, that is narrowing or explicit casting. So here is an example for widening casting. So if you want to convert into double, so what I'm doing here is I'm converting int type to a double type. So that is implicit one, and no manual action is required. Just add lower data type reference to larger data type. So Java will take care of conversion. So in this case, there will be a no data loss, and Java will take care of converting it automatically. So here is an example. I have int with a value 10. A is the reference variable. So then I'm just assigning the int, the reference variable, directly to the double here. So during the runtime, Java will take care of conversion. So if I print a b here, which is a double, so it will print a double value, that is 10.0. So in case of a narrowing one, so you have to do it manually using a cast operator. So you have to use flower brackets, like small brackets, and within the small brackets you need to add whatever the type we want to convert. So here I want to convert double to int. So double value is 9.87. So I have initialized it. Then the reference variable, double reference variable, I'm assigning it to the int. For this casting, I have to use, as I mentioned, brackets. Within that, I have to mention the type I want to convert. So this is how the manual intervention is required. And in this case, you may lose data. That is, you can see the initial value was 9.7, but after conversion, the value is 9, because in is like in display only uh, whatever it's required. The decimal values won't be displayed. And in case of narrowing one, it is done manually, and you may lose data. So then comes reference type casting. The reference type casting, like used in inheritance when converting between parent and child classes. So that's why it's called as object casting. So we have seen these examples in previous videos, like using in polymorphism or abstraction through upcasting process. So we have two types: upcasting, which is converting child to parent, which is automatic, and downcasting, parent to child conversion, and you need to do it manually. It's similar to the one which you have seen in primitive, like you need to use cast operator. The other place, like upcasting, Java will take care of it. Here is a simple one, the upcasting type. So I have two classes. One is parent, that is animal. Another is dog, which extends the a parent animal class. So the parent class animal has a sound method, and child has bark. So this is not a polymorphism here. I have not used the same method here. If you go for polymorphism, like we'll see how it happens as well. So here I have a main method called test. So I have created an object for dog. Then I'm upcasting it, like I'm converting it to the parent class. So I'm just assigning a dog object to animal one, so I can utilize only the parent class features, like whatever the methods or fields I have, I can utilize those things. But the child class methods or fields, I can't. It is not allowed. So because as it is casted to parent class now, so I can utilize only child class. Now the dog here is treated as animal object, and access is limited to parent class only. So if I try to access bark, it will give an error, and I can access the sound method. And if you go for polymorphism, like let's say you had same method name, that is sound, within the child class, then Java runtime polymorphism will happen and it will called child method itself. Let's say you had a sound here instead of bark. If you had a sound, then if you use a sound, the dog barks message will be printed. Now we had downcasting, so which manual casting is required, and here the same approach, like first I'm upcasting it, then assigning that value to a dog. So now I can access the bark method which is within the child class. So here I'm using a cast operator, that is whatever the object you want to convert, either it is parent or child. Like it's a child class conversion, right? Like I have to add a child class name within the brackets. If the object is not actually a dog, you will get a class cast exception. Here you can see there is a runtime error. Let's say animal. Animal, basically animal is a parent class and you are assigning it to dog, which will get you a runtime error. So instead of doing this, you can use instance of operator to check that, okay, whether the reference is instance of whatever the object you are using. Like here it is dog, so if it is instance of dog, then just cast it and use the required uh, methods. To summarize, like for conversion of larger to like smaller to larger data types, go for widening. Otherwise, narrowing will be the better approach. So narrowing is not automatic, widening is automatic. Risk of data is there for narrowing and downcasting. You may lose some data. And when to use casting, like widening you can use when like when passing the lower type to a method expecting higher value. Then for saving memory you can go for narrowing, and if you are going for polymorphism approach, go for upcasting. Then like accessing child specific features, when you have a parent reference, go for downcasting. So this is all about casting in Java. So we have seen this example before as well. Just for your understanding how casting works in Java, I have made this video. Thanks for watching.